Today, we're going to compare Firebase Studio versus Bolt.new versus Lovable versus DeepSight, which is a DeepSeek free alternative for building apps, landing pages, and coding stuff. And we'll compare which one creates the best apps, etc. Right? So, Firebase Studio was just released yesterday. It's a product from Google, which is free to prototype AI and that sort of thing. So, we're going to be testing this out today to see how it performs. One of the first issues with Firebase is actually you have to delete some of your workspaces if you want to use it. So you can see here, it's got a limit of 10 workspaces on the free plan. And even though it's free, it's not 100% perfect, all right? So we're going to be comparing this side by side versus Bolt.new, Lovable, DeepSight. And first thing that we're going to do is come up with an idea. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use one of my favorite tools. This is inside the AI Profit Boardroom if you want to get a link to it. But this is basically a tool for coming up with prompts to build apps. For example, let's say we want to build a app that teaches us Spanish. I'm going to say to Prompt Forge, give me a prompt to create a app that teaches people Spanish. And then we've got the prompt right here. So we're going to take that and plug it into Fire Studio. So this is Firebase Studio from Google, the free version. We'll click prototype with AI. Then we'll do the same inside Bolt.new. We'll do it inside Lovable. And we're also going to try this inside DeepSight. All right. If you want to get links to DeepSight and everything else, and you want to see my tutorials on it, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments and description. Basically, this is like a free app builder, free coder that uses DeepSeek to build stuff out as well. So it's really good for building apps. You can see it building out the HTML file right here. And then you get the live preview inside here, right? Lovable is working its magic, right? So we'll see how that does. Bolt.new is already on the NPM install, so that's doing pretty well. And then Firebase Studio has prototyped a app called Hola Amigo with these features and style guidelines. So we're going to go with that and we'll click prototype this app. And basically what we're trying to test here is, okay, which tool builds the best apps? Which are the most functional? How fast is each one, etc.? And can they really do what they promise? I've seen very mixed reviews on Firebase. And yesterday when I tested this out, Firebase Studio, it was cool. But one of the biggest issues was that it was great for building simple apps and not great for building complex apps. So we'll see how both of these perform. So Bolt.new has built the app right here. It's building the mobile application. Is it stuck on preview? We'll see how that performs in a second. Doesn't seem to give us a preview on here. And look at that. It's not working. This screen does not exist. Okay, I'm going to screenshot that. Not a great start from Bolt. I do find it super buggy. Like when it first came out, I could forgive that. But it still seems to be quite buggy. But we'll see. And I'll say fix this bug right now. Let's have a look at Lovable. So Lovable still working its magic. It could take a bit of time. DeepSight has already come back to us with some decent examples right here. So we'll see how that performs. It's going to take a while to create that, but that is the fastest at building the UI. And also Bolt.new didn't do its magic, whereas this did. Let's have a look at Firebase, see how we're getting on here. So it's got one issue already. This is the other thing that I find with Firebase is like quite often it comes up with these errors and stuff like that. So I'm just going to auto-generate the API key and then we'll see how that performs in a sec. Bolt.new has finally come back to us with something here. So we've got welcome to Spanish learning, start your language journey today. We're going to click on learn at the bottom. This looks pretty cool to be fair. All right, so let's see how this goes. And then we get an error straight off the bat. So I'm going to click on attempt fix. Not a great start. DeepSight was still building out. Fire Studio has an issue. I'm not particularly impressed with any of these right now. DeepSight looks like the most promising. Bolt.new has already come back with a preview. Lovable is spinning up a preview and that's taking quite a while. And Firebase Studio gave us a few problems here. So let's see what we got here. All right, so we'll click on practice and it says interactive quizzes will be available soon. But that's the whole point of this, right? We're trying to get interactive quizzes ready to go straight away. We'll click on daily word and nothing is happening. When I click on example, we've got another error. All right, I'm just going to go and grab a API key because it says error generating the key, so that's a bit of an issue. This is another annoying thing with Firebase Studio is like it offers to generate an API key, but then when you click that, it often doesn't work when you ask it to. So let's try that again. We'll click API and get API key from aistudio.google.com. I have to create a temporary one. Let's copy that and we'll plug it into here. All right, so I'm going to put API key for Gemini equals, and we'll see if that works. I'm sorry, but I cannot directly handle or display API keys within the interface for security reasons. Okay, great. So are you using my API key or not? I'm not sure there. But let's see if that works. So we're going to click on practice, and the practice bit doesn't work, which is the whole point. So we're going to click on, so I'm going to type here, practice section doesn't work. Can you improve it? Bolt.new. Let's click on learn. Oh, heavens to Betsy. It's not working at all. All right, we'll dismiss that. Can we actually use any part of this? What does hola mean? Hello. What does gracias mean? Thank you. Oh, smashed it. I don't know why the quiz is only 2 out of 2, but at least the practice bit is working. The learn bit doesn't work at all. You can see the errors right there. Let's have a look at Lovable. Lovable is generating a little preview here. We'll click on the sound. Just going to make sure my audio is on. There is no sound. Okay. Let's click on practice. See if that works instead. The UI is pretty nice on Lovable, to be fair. It's nicer than Bolt's. Much easier to preview things as well. The sound doesn't work. Let's click on reveal translation. So that should be hello. Okay, nice. So that's working pretty nice. Verde green, I think that is. Yeah. Gosh, I'm just smashing it on the Spanish here. Cinco, 5. Nice. All right, so that works pretty well. Let's have a look at the daily word here. Agua. We can share that. That doesn't work. Listen doesn't work. But, I mean, that's shaping up as the best so far. So if I have to put this in order, Firebase is just totally failed. I'm going to put that last. Let's have a look at Deep Sight, see how we're performing here. Again, the sounds don't work. Let's click on the practice section here. The actual UI is probably the nicest so far. So I'm going to put Deep Sight number 1. This is a free tool as well on Hugging Face. So you just go to huggingface.co/spaces/ENZOSTVS/Deep Sight, and you can get access here. And this should say hello. There we go. That works beautifully. Let's have a look at the multiple choice. What does agua mean? Water. The multiple choice doesn't work. Matching game, drag these Spanish words to match the English translations. That bit doesn't work. But I'm going to put that, I think Lovable is winning here because it actually works. Deep Sight, I'm saying is second. Bolt.new seems to have failed us a little bit, but it's not as bad as Firebase Studio, which literally doesn't work at all, right? The daily word doesn't work. The practice doesn't work. The API key doesn't work. And there seems to be issues every single time we generate it. So if you're looking for a free version, then I don't think I'm paying for Lovable. So I think a free version that's a really good alternative is Lovable. Then I would go with Deep Sight. It's pretty cool as well. It's just going to take you a little bit more back and forth to get better previews. So for example, I would just remove this stuff and then get it to simplify the code. So I'd say something like simplify the code. So it's just flashcards with scores, no drag and drop or audio, etc. All right. And then I would just simplify the app because it's one single HTML file, right? It's very simple. It's an app builder. It works, but you don't want to make it too complicated. The more you add like flashing bells and whistles, the more it's going to break. All right. But that's pretty good. And then you can also deploy this. So inside Hugging Face, you can click on deploy to space, create space, and then you can deploy this and share it with people, right? But the UI is pretty nice on there. I like the fact that it's completely free. I like the fact that it's just a simple HTML file as well. That's pretty good. And then we've Lovable as well. This is cool. This looks good. I would just remove the audio bits because that doesn't seem to work at all. Bolt.new is broken. How many times I go back and forth with it, it seems. And then Firebase is just not working in any way. So that's my opinion here. Lovable comes in first. Deep Sight comes in second. Bolt.new comes in third. And then Firebase Studio comes in last, as in it's not working at all. All right. Now, if you do want an SOP for building simple apps and you want to see some of the stuff that I've built inside here, along with 100 different app ideas that you can build with AI, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. This is an awesome community focused on helping you make more money and save time with AI. Prices are going up this month, so make sure you sign up before you miss out. And also inside the community, you can ask 685 members any questions that you have, along with getting access to an awesome classroom full of all these different courses, SOPs, templates, AI agents, etc. We just did a new SOP on MCP agents inside N10 as well. So you can grab the brand new workflow inside here. And this is just getting updated pretty much every single day. Like you can see in April, we've added all this cool stuff. Additionally, it comes with weekly live calls with us. So you can jump on the live Q&As, ask us any questions you have, and get all the support you need to start making more money and saving time with AI. Top of that, if you want to get free one-to-one SEO strategy session that shows you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales and autopilot, feel free to get that. On this free link building acceleration session, you'll get a free custom game plan so you can generate more free leads, sales, and profits to your website from Google for free. Feel free to build that in, and we'll also answer any questions you have live one-to-one on that call. So feel free to book it in. And it's based on how we've helped so many clients at this point. You can see all the awesome testimonials and case studies right here. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.